Microsoft and Yahoo finally reach a deal. Nissan shows off an electric car, and education goes high-tech. All that news and more on this week's World Tech Update. Thanks for joining us here on World Tech Update. I'm Nick Barber. This week we're coming to you from the Boston Public Garden, and topping our news is Microsoft and Yahoo, who struck a long-anticipated search deal Wednesday. Microsoft's Bing search engine will power Yahoo's search site, and Yahoo will sell premium search advertising services for both companies. The deal took nearly a year and a half to strike and is aimed at giving the two companies leverage against Google.
This deal is a win-win for Microsoft and for Yahoo. It creates the resources and scale to compete effectively in search and drive new innovation. And it maintains Yahoo as a strong and independent company with even more focus on online consumer experiences.
The two companies expect the full implementation of the deal to take 2 years following regulatory approval. Yahoo estimates that the deal will provide an additional $275 million in annual operating cash flow. Google has responded by saying that the search deal looked likely to be a negative for competition and consumers, reducing the search race from 3 major players to now just 2. Employees arriving at HP's headquarters on Tuesday in Palo Alto were met by Greenpeace campaigners, upset at the company's goals for elimination of toxic substances from its products. In addition to signs at the entrance to HP's campus, some campaigners also got onto the building's roof to drive home their point. HP had originally said it planned to eliminate PVC and brominated flame retardants, or BFRs, from PCs by 2009, but now says that won't happen until 2011. During the day, HP employees also received automated phone calls with a message from actor William Shatner.
Please ask your leader, Mark Hurd, to make computers that are free of toxic PVC plastic and brominated flame retardants, just as Apple's done.
The action follows similar protests at HP's offices in the Netherlands and China. We have a couple items for you in our news in brief this week. We'll start with Sony and Nintendo, who reported their quarterly earnings, and not good news for the company's gaming divisions. Sony reported first quarter profits from April to June and saw sales drop by almost a fifth. The company reported a net loss of $388 million, and the division that includes PlayStation gaming products and Vio computers saw a 37% drop in sales. Nintendo reported a net profit of $443 million for its quarter from April to June, but sales of the Wii dropped by more than a half compared to the same period last year. Sales of the console were at 2.2 million units during that quarter. What you're seeing here now is a setup in Times Square to promote Wii Sports Resort, which launched in the US this past weekend. The new game for the console includes 12 new activities, including basketball, canoeing, swordplay, archery, and more. European lawmakers reached agreement Monday on how to free up radio spectrum for new mobile internet services while ensuring that regular mobile phone services are not compromised. Under the updated law called the GSM Directive, the 900 MHz frequency reserved for GSM phones can be used for fast internet connections once the law takes effect in October. Next Wednesday, a different kind of robot will hit the pavement at the historic Le Mans racetrack in France. It's Panasonic's e-Volta robot that will attempt to run for 24 hours straight on a single set of batteries. The circuit is just over 4 kilometers long, and the robot's speed will be a pokey 1.3 kilometers an hour. We'll have results for you next week. The Campus Technology Conference was right here in Boston this week, and we got a chance to take a look at some hardware and software for students, educators, and IT professionals. One company called Tablet Kiosk had branded PCs including ultramobile or UMPCs, as well as multiple models of Slate PCs. One model includes an Intel Atom Z530P processor at 1.6 gigahertz. It runs Windows Vista Business, has hard drive configurations from 80 gigs, includes Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, and most standard I/O port options. It has a 7-inch screen and weighs just under a kilogram, or about 2.2 pounds, including one main battery. It will be available in the fourth quarter of this year, but pricing was not available. Also at the show was a company called Dorm Noise that offers an online tool to share multiple online calendars and receive event updates from groups and friends.
And then with one click, they can sync all this information out to their cell phones, then to Microsoft Outlook, Apple iCal, Google Calendar, Windows Calendar, and any other calendar application that exists.
Dorm noise costs schools $2 per student each year, but alternative payment plans are available. The cost covers hosting of the application, so schools don't have to worry about server space. Dorm noise is being used by 3,000 students right now and will go live at 15 colleges and universities in September. The latest Nissan prototype for an electric vehicle was unveiled this week outside of Tokyo. Based on a production EV coming out next year, it has a top speed of around 135 kilometers an hour, or 85 miles an hour, and a range of around 160 kilometers, or 100 miles. The car is powered by flat lithium-ion batteries. It takes around 16 hours to charge at 100 volts, but can charge in 30 minutes at higher voltage charging stations. The company is also experimenting with contactless charging that uses induction between a charging plate on the street and one on the bottom of the car. If these plates were installed into parking garages, cars could be charged while parked. There's even an iPhone application for the vehicle that's also in the works that would monitor the car's charge status or act as a remote control for the heating and cooling system. Well, that's our show this week. Thanks for joining us here on World Tech Update. Find out what's coming up on every week's show by following us on Twitter and checking out our Facebook fan page. As we head out this week, we'll leave you with shots of the beautiful public garden. I'm Nick Barber, and for all of us here at the IDG News Service, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next week.